Hey everybody, a couple of days ago I wrote a note on Facebook that said I was going to begin a series of videos in random order about 99 things that I'm glad I've done. And it probably comes as no surprise to those of you who know me at least that one of those would be, I'm glad I started walking. I want to tell you just a few little stories about that, because when I started walking, I wasn't walking the distances that I walk now. In fact, I remember when the diabetic nurse, Nancy, said something about you should walk 10,000 steps a day minimum. I remember basically putting my head back and laughing, because I thought to myself, do you understand what you're saying? That is 3 hours. That's 10 kilometers or more every day. But I want to say today that I'm glad Nancy Graham said you should walk 10 kilometers a day or more. When I laughed, I said something like, who has time for that? That would take 3 hours a day. And her words were not exactly like this, but she said something to this effect. How much time will you have when you're dead? And I thought, touche. Now I have to tell you, I didn't start walking 3 hours a day right then, but we'll come back and tell you some of those stories in just a minute. One of the first walks I went on was all the way from my house to Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons is 1,700 paces from my house, 1.7 kilometers, just a little bit over a mile. And I remember walking down there like I had done something. I was pretty proud of myself, all the way to Tim Hortons. And I figured that was enough. So since I had walked all the way down there and I was tired, I had a donut, and then I got somebody to drive me home. So much for the effect of the walk. But since those days when I first started, things have changed. Since that time, Lorraine and I together have walked the Fundy Footpath, a 4-day backpacking expedition along the Fundy Coast in New Brunswick with elevation changes of 13,000 feet in 4 days, 41 kilometers of the most rugged walk that I have ever done. After that, we set our sights on the Camino de Santiago, and in 2014, we walked 800 kilometers from Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port in France, over the Pyrenees on day one, across northern Spain, into Santiago de Compostela. And when we were done that, since we didn't have anything else to do, we took a walk. We walked from Santiago de Compostela to Murcia on the coast, an additional 100 kilometers. So all that today to simply say this, I'm glad I started to walk. And if I had one word of encouragement for you, or a sentence of encouragement for whoever is watching this today, is this: if at all possible, go for a walk. If at all possible, go for a walk. You may not walk 6 kilometers around Gypsy Lane every day. You may not walk 900 kilometers across northern Spain. You might not do the Fundy Footpath. But my encouragement is, go for a walk and see if you don't start to feel better. My motto is, walk your way to health. I'm glad I went for a walk. God bless you all. Have a great day.